everyone, today I am going to be doing this next flower from the 30 Days of Flowers challenge. I have got this starry template which I had lost. I found it slipped under some pencils. I knew it wasn't lost, but I found it, so I'm going to use it for this one. And I'm going to be using my Arteza premium pencils. This is going to be a bit blurred, I think. There we go, the ones in the tube. I'm just going to tip them out and make a bit of a noise. Ooh. I shouldn't really just tip them all over the place where you can see them, but anyway, I'm just going to move them now. I'm sorry, I need to just put some, I didn't want to put them on the edge of my desk because they would have rolled on the floor, so, well, although they're triangle, which does help. But let's move them out of the way. There. Now we've used pinks and purples quite a bit, so this one is going to be done with blues. There's some nice blues in this set, and I'm going to start with the denim blue, and I'm going to use this template, but I shall use that last. I'm going to do the flowers probably all in a denim blue. It's a rather pretty colour. Now, as you see, this flower here, we've got some depth in the centre, and if you do that darker in the middle, it helps to emphasise that depth. So I'm going to put a few more layers of colour in the centre there, and then reduce them as we come out to the tip of the flower. You notice I've continued a slightly darker line along here where the petals overlap. There will be a bit of shadow, and then just quite loosely up to the tip, so we haven't got so much colour. It's quite an inky colour, I think. I would almost say that was an indigo-y type blue. But it is to say it's denim. Maybe it's just my denim is always lighter than that, but maybe it's because it's a stone wash or something, I don't know. But anyway, I like the colour. It doesn't really matter, does it? There was I saw someone say that they struggled with a certain brand. Oh, it's Black Widow pencils, because the names don't always give a good clue as to what the colour is. And I agree. Yep, the names aren't always that good in, you know, what colour is Venom? What colour is Tarantula? You know, it's a bit tricky. But sometimes you'll find that with a set of pencils, this very light, this one, the names aren't the same as on other sets, so you might find on one set a certain type of blue is called a certain name, but if you pick another set, the pencil of exactly the same name, it's nothing like it. So the name isn't always going to necessarily tell the full story, even if it's got the colour in it, but it will help you a little bit. And of course you can look with the Black Widows, there's no colour on the barrel, they're all black, which clues in the name, but it means that you can't, there's no clue, like this is painted, so it gives you an idea of this colour that it's going to be as well. So they're tricky, but I like them, I really do, and I'm lucky enough to have two different sets, so it's really nice. Okay, so with these, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing while I'm chattering away about a completely different brand of pencils to what I'm using. I'm doing it a bit darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. Now, often with the bud, it can be the tip that might be a little bit darker, but because we've got the shadow of the these leafy bits, then it's going to be a little bit darker. I don't know what these are. It's like the covering for the bud, isn't it? So that is that. I'm just having a look. Now you could add a lighter blue to, but I think I'm quite happy with that shade. I just like this shade of blue, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to choose a green. Now I just realised we've already got a blue flower here in this row, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to choose a green, which I think goes well. I'm just looking in this set. I'm going to pick a lighter one because I think it will be nicer. So I'm going to go for the mint green. I think a lighter green is better. I'm going to give it a good sharpen though, because we've got some quite fine work. Now a tip again. I've got a nice sharp pencil now, So where do I start? Right, I look at my picture. Where is the finest piece that I need to colour? Is here. So go there first while I'm still nice and sharp. Yeah. And then these little bits, I want them to be slightly darker at the bottom near the stem compared to near the bud. So that takes a little bit of work, and you need a sharp pencil to be able to do that differentiation, because you need to press that colour down into the tooth of the paper, and it's much easier when you've got a sharp pencil. I've got this bit too. Now I'm going to find the next thin bit, which is here, and then look at these grassy bits. I think everything else is pretty much the same, to be honest. I don't really know whether I want some areas darker than others. I think I'm just going to put a fairly even mid amount of pressure on and try and think about it after, really, whether it might be darker. I think, you know, it might be darker here. So put a few more layers there. And you can see it looks a bit darker. It might fade towards the end of the this sort of grassy leaf. And again, a bit darker here probably, a bit lighter towards the end. It doesn't always have to make sense. It's just quite nice to have a bit of a different colour. And again, I think I'll fade towards the end here. We'll do these petals, so I'm going to make it darker where they overlap and at the bottom. And darker at the bottom here, lighter as we go up, and a little bit darker here. Now you could add even more, you could make it look more three-dimensional by running a darker colour along each edge of all of these stalks, but that is a lot of work. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm quite happy with it as it is, and do some stars, because I want to get on to some stars. Now, I'm going to use the largest size star on here, which I think is this one. And I'm going to use a lighter pencil, but a blue. I think it'll work. I need it sharp because this template is quite thin plastic, and we need to get to the edges of it. And what I'm going to do, when I did my star template before, I did it just around. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it within the plant, so there'll be some bits where it overlaps the plant and disappears behind. And you can just have a look and see whether you prefer that to having just stars around the edge. I'm not going to actually colour it in yet. I'm just going to do a few around and about. In fact, there might be no need to colour it in. They might look okay without being coloured in. I doubt it. I suspect I'll want to. But, I'll put them there. Like that. And over here. Now this template quite easily picks up the pencil colour that you're using, and that I find is a big advantage, because when I move it like this I have to remember which one I've been using, and it's got this pencil debris, but it wipes off really easily. If you get pen on it, it doesn't. It just I've got some pen on this one, and I don't know how easy it is to see it's stained, but that's okay. I'm happy. I think I want another one here. Remember to lift up your template and look at where you've got to, not in the middle of drawing a star, but after, and think, where's there some gaps? I'm not going to put one here, it's going to infringe on that flower. I'm going to leave it like that. But I do think they need colouring in, because otherwise you can't really see what's going on. So I shall colour them in. I thought I probably would want to. Now you can do these in pen or pencil. It doesn't make any difference. I wouldn't recommend soft pastels. I don't think it's a big enough space to do that, especially the sort of drawing bit. But anyway, it's, you know, it's up to you. It might work with a bit of paint if you're very accurate. I'm not. That's why I like a paint pen. I'm not good with a paintbrush, so I prefer a paint pen because I can keep control of it better. So I hope you're all well, happy, colouring along, I hope. Even if you're not doing this picture, I hope you're doing something, or just at least chilling and relaxing. It's really important. Actually, I can give you a little tip I found which really helps me to relax. It sounds a bit odd. I don't know if you find when you're tense, your shoulders tend to rise, and you can feel them high. What I do is, if I really want to chill, I just force my shoulders down, my shoulder blades, to pull my shoulders down, and not like force it hard, but just gently pull it down, and I can feel myself relax. And if I do that when I'm going off to sleep. If my mind's racing a little bit, I try to just concentrate on doing that, on just relaxing my shoulders, and then all my other muscles as well. And I just imagine myself sinking into the bed, and that helps me go off to sleep. Not that I don't usually have trouble going off to sleep. In the winter, in the summer, I need less sleep. So in the winter, I tend to get about an hour a day more than in the summer, which is interesting. I don't know if that's normal. It's normal for me. Right, there we are. I think it's a bit wonky. I'm just twisting a tad. So there he is. I think he looks quite fun. It's up to you if you think you want to do backgrounds like this. It's just, it makes it a little bit easier than feeling that you've got to fill the whole space, but you just need to be careful that the background doesn't distract from the foreground, and that's when you choose your colour carefully. So if you choose a paler colour, if you choose a really dark colour, it might sit back, or a paler colour from, you know, so just think about it. If it's too close to the colour you're doing, it'll all get lost and muddled. So it's just a matter of trial and error, really. But as I enjoyed it, it was a bit of fun for me. I hope you did. So enjoy the rest of your day. Try and chill and relax, and happy colouring.